Now I may advance in my warrior training. There he is. He regards you coolly with his eyes of granite. You are here to train under Kuisai? Yes, train me. Are you a warrior by trade? Yes. Kisai is proficient in all weapons, specializing in none, master of many. What would you learn of Kisai? Axes. Teach me. Okay. Kisai is pleased with you as a student. You learn quickly. After evaluating the skill you have, Kisai shakes his head. Kisai finds you already proficient in this form of combat. Kisai can teach you no more. If you wish to learn more of this weapon, seek Korur in the lower ward. So that was the outcome of this whole thing? Yep, Axe plus plus plus. So I've been able to stack it across all the different things. My enchanted battle axe. What does the plus even do? Is it hit chance? Blah, Doesn't say specifically. I imagine it's hit chance usually for proficiency. It might be hit and damage by 1 sometimes. Probably hit chance at least, so that is collectively pretty good to get. So I guess the more trainers you get, the more you can raise your skills by getting each of them to train you in that weapon. I'm choosing to not train in anything else in case I actually do choose something specific later. I figure we should base that on whether or not I find really good weapons, because I don't have much reason to prefer a weapon type, like on principle, or via its like overall genre or whatever. Drive me crazy.
Also known as wankers.
When I scroll left, my mouse keeps leaving the window. I feel like that wasn't happening the rest of the playthrough, so just game behaved different today. Who the hell? So, Sarhava's toady, Sarhava visual. Who? The smell of alcohol wafts heavily from this young woman, and despite her dark skin, you can see that her face, beautiful but cruel looking, is flushed. She is slender but well-muscled, adorned in exotic jewelry and translucent silk clothing. Numerous scars crisscross her thighs and forearms. They look to be from battle wounds. Greetings. Well, well. What have we here? A little tiefling gutter queen, come crawling out of the hive? The woman pouts, talking as one would to a small child. Are you lost, little tiefling? Oh, look. It has a tail! How cute. Anna flushes, and with a snarl, blades sprout from her fists. That's a thing she does? Oh, her fist weapons, I guess. Now, fiendkin, don't do that. The woman seems unconcerned as Anna draws her weapons and clucks disapprovingly with her tongue. Careful now, or I'll remove that tail of yours and feed it to my dogs. Let Anna handle it. You have a sharp tongue on you, wee lass. Anna spits and sharpens her blades against each other. I wonder how sweet your tacky jewels and harlot's clothes look when you're dead in the street. Anna, wait. It's your only response, apparently. That's unusual. You filthy spawn of the lower planes. A bitch bastard that not even a Tanari would keep in its pen. She draws her blade. Sheathe that blade, girl, or I'll sheathe it in your body. What foul thing gave birth to you, Sarah? She grimaces in disgust and laughs harshly. And such a stench! Be you one of death's bastards? You notice a curved, long knife hanging from her hip. Her hand rests loosely upon its pommel. Bluff? Adana, is that you? The woman blinks at you in surprise. This is a lot. I've told you, Adana. I never loved you, and I never shall. What little pleasure you might have given me wasn't worth the agony of your presence. Now leave me be. She listens to you for a moment, confused, then snarls, makes to draw her weapon. Welp. Here we go. What does this guy's buttons even do? Seeking Flames. Range 180 feet, duration 30 seconds. The Seeking Flames grant all enemy targets in a 50-foot radius -1 to attacks, -1 to save throws for 30 seconds. Ooh. That's neat. That'll make them weaker. The young nobleman sneers as you approach him. Nobleman? Oh, I'm talking to the toady somehow. Greetings. Okay. I managed to awkwardly start conversation. They're gone.
I'm gone.
I guess the toadies like failed to start the fight. So they like walked towards us but didn't actually aggro on us. And so if you tried clicking on them, they just tried to talk to them. Which is an awkward time for her. Significantly obliterated her. Still neutral good. Does my alignment change? It must change, right? Because you don't have to be a good guy, I assume. It'd be weird if it didn't change. Maybe I'm just not chaotic enough. I'm definitely not lawful. I'm not interested in being lawful, but like everyone who's chaotic in this game is like, I'm a dog, I howl. So you're like, what the fuck is happening? Are you okay? Why are you like this? Yeah. Loud noises. I still want to flip Pestle and Kin. I don't think I know how to split them. Water of the river Styx. Okay, so yeah, my main goal was to... Is this the... Yep. I'm back from getting the keys to her heart, and I got the keys to her heart successful, like... Laura. Oh. No, I didn't get the keys, did I? Find a skull of great value. Just... shit. I remembered that I took care of the training thing.
I'm gone.
But I don't remember exactly what happened with the keys guy. And it does... Didn't I talk to him?
Done.
But I think it just didn't update my thing. I don't remember what I needed to do. Okay, that's what it was. So the person who wants me to wipe their memories is the same person who has the keys. So I need to learn how to wipe someone's memory. I don't remember if I know that or not. For now, I think I'll continue to the other characters in the brothel. Who probably have their own problems. I imagine not all 10 of them. That'd be quite the grind to solve 10 people's problems, but maybe.
All right.
I keep shift tabbing. Should really remap that someday. I don't know what to remap it to, though. It is a useful command to have access to. I just don't necessarily know what else to switch it to that wouldn't interfere with some other game. Vivian. This tall, elegant woman with her sharp features and regal demeanor is a striking example of aristocratic beauty. Her clothes appear to be spun of silver thread, and a small vial dangles from her necklace. She's perfumed with an exotic, erotic scent that seems to draw you towards her. Greetings. She looks you over, arching an eyebrow with what you sense to be disdain. Greetings. My name is Vivian. Am I to presume I am being summoned? No, I just had some questions. She nods imperiously. Go on, then. What are you doing here? Aside from my work as a student here? I am looking for something, actually. You would not have happened to smelled it, would you? Smelled it? Yes. I have a particular scent that seems to have gone wandering. 'Tis somewhat difficult to keep in one place. I hope that someone did not take it by accident. Though you never know. With the ladies around here, she frowns. So, by any chance have you smelled it somewhere? How can a scent go wandering? She shakes her head. I meant to infer that it had been taken. The ladies here are a bit jealous at times, and have been known to take my various perfumes for themselves. This time, though, someone has absconded with my own personal scent. I worked on that scent, perfected it, and now, poof, 'tis gone. I need not bear such annoyances. Vivian stomps her feet. I want that scent back, and I want it now. How would you know if you found it? You would know it by smell, I assure you. 'Tis quite striking, especially to men. I can help you? Vivian seems dubious. Are you certain? I do not wish to impose. No imposition. I am pleased to help such a lovely woman as yourself.
Dated my journal.
Anna mumbles something angrily. You catch words piking and idiot stick. Vivian smiles and nods to you. You are too kind. Very well. If you run across it, please let me know. I am somewhat anxious to get it back. A one-of-a-kind scent, really. Can you tell me about this place? Mistress Grace's brothel. 'Tis a school where she tutors us in the art of language and conversation, the ability to affect another with one's words, and to gain new insights into both them and ourselves. For many, 'tis in preparation to become a member of the Society of Sensation. The Society of Sensation? Vivian sighs. Go ask somebody else, okay? Let's pet it for now. So she's looking for perfume. And somebody else here probably has it. It seems to be everyone that's not in one of the rooms. I feel like bursting into these rooms might go poorly in some cases. As you make to search the armoire, its handles suddenly yank out of your grasp as its drawers slam themselves shut. A disdainful issues from the cabinet. Hello? Hello indeed. Armoire gives you another humph. So, what have we here? A rogue after some ladies' frilly undergarments? You talk? Do I? Why, yes, I do. Who are you? I am Louie. And who are you, thoughtless, uncouth fellow rummaging around in other people's things? Never mind that. What are you doing here? Well, sir, if you must know, I am being an armoire. But why are you being an armoire in this brothel? I happen to have become an armoire because I want to be an armoire. Thank you very much. It's not to watch the ladies undressing, nor to have them place their soft, sweet-smelling undergarments in my drawers where they can rub against my skin. Such accusations are an insult to the practitioner of magical arts. I am merely soaking in the experience of what it means to be an armoire, the sights, the smells, the sensation. So all the women know about this, then? Yes! Yes, they do. And they wholeheartedly approve of... Well, not with their entire hearts exactly, and while they have not spoken of their approval in my presence, since they are not exactly aware that I am an armoire, I would not want them to know that I am anything but, and so I have not been able to inquire about the matter. Can you return to normal form at will? The armoire seems to think about this for a moment. I have no need to share such secrets with the likes of you, and besides, there is no cause to change back at the present moment, since I have not yet experienced the full sensations of being an armoire. It is a complex thing to hold and sort soft, frilly clothes smelling of wondrous woman smells. A drawer slides open and closed, the sound mimicking a pleasant sigh. How would you mimic that with a drawer? I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Oh dear, yes! I had heard about that. Most unfortunate. Did you ever have the exquisite pleasure of breathing that scent of hers? The armoire's drawers seemed to shudder with delight. Absolutely wondrous it was. But sadly, no, I know not where the good Lady Vivian's scent might be found. Can you tell me about this place? I would have a man find out for himself rather than tell him the whole of it. After all, that's half the joy of the entire experience. I'll only tell you that which you likely know already. It's called the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts, and the prostitutes within specialize in the art of language and communication. So that's alarming. In case you felt iffy about the idea of exploring people's rooms and trying to sleuth around for the missing object, here's somebody who just straight up is living inside of their stuff. Just like, yes, put your underwear inside of me. Boom. Better bracelet. Yeah, that earring actually does stuff. Chain teeth earrings. Open locks. I don't think I've successfully opened a single lock in this game. One day I'll find the way. This is a research journal of a linguist named Phenom. That sounds familiar. Shit. Nope. Let's see. What about losing memory? I have a lot of memories. These are all just mentions about my memory. Maybe I haven't meant Phenom. You must read the journal. This journal, it is phenom. This dark-haired young woman is staring listlessly off into space, sighing miserably and occasionally picking at the seams of her green velvet gown. It's difficult to discern whether she's depressed or simply bored. Greetings! She gives you only the briefest of glances before staring off into the distance once more. Greetings. Yes. I am named Juliet. How may I... Oh, never mind. Never thou mind. Leave me be, please. What's wrong? Oh, nothing at all. Only that I spend my days gazing into the face of mediocrity, seeing if anything can erase its dreadful, tedious passage. Is your life so tedious? Alas, it is, she sighs, closing her eyes and massaging her temples. Dreadfully boring. Perhaps I could make it less boring for you, my lady. No, 'tis kind of thee to offer, though. I am already with a man, sir, and I do love him dearly. 'Tis just that I wish... She taps her fingers against her chin. Something more of our liaison. Is the relationship lacking, then? The only thing it lacks is excitement, sir. Our families took the news of our courtship splendidly. His siblings love my siblings, and our friends think our union to be blessed by the powers themselves. All fine and good, but things are going... She frowns. So smoothly. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. Wait, is this the relationship with the person where I suggested maybe everything's too good in your relationship, and that's why she's bored with you or whatever? And he's like, how dare you say such a thing? It was a bit of a weird suggestion for my character to make, but the dialogue options are actually kind of restricted in many cases. 'Tis not right to have such a trouble-free courtship. I don't know about that. Dost thou not? Hast thou ever had such a courtship? She glances briefly at you. 'Twould seem that thy life is filled with a variety of problems, judging by the pallor of thy skin. I can't remember any courtship I've ever had. The remnants of the ones I've encountered suggest that I may have had some problems. 'Tis just that all my friends have such interesting relationships, ones fraught with turmoil, feuding families, daggers at one another's backs, poison, mad siblings, and irate fathers with large swords. I have a lover whose family loves me, and whom the world loves. She sighs again. A great source of annoyance. How I wish I could formulate some way to spice things up. Women written by men? r/men writing women, I think, is the place. This doesn't sound wise. Relish what you have. I wish to experience troubles, though. I wish to experience the ups and downs of courtship, but with him, no other. She sighs. Ah, such a thing is love. It can be as dull as a club, and is of no use to an aspiring sensate. Oh, she's a sensate, right. So she's literally motivated by the idea of experiencing it itself. What did you have in mind to spice things up? I am not sure. Some element of danger or jealousy? Something intense. I can pretend to be a jealous suitor if you want. Juliet glances at you, then scoffs. Oh, I highly doubt that... Actually, the idea 'tis not half as addled as I had first thought. Thou dost certainly look dangerous enough. She looks you in the eye, as if appraising a horse. Art thou as rugged and tough as thy appearance would indicate? They don't make them any tougher than me, I assure you. I killed someone minutes ago. Thou shalt do this for me, then? Yes, I'll do it. Excellent, my love. Montague, my love, Montague, may be found within the civic festal. I thank thee. Of course. I'll go speak to him. Farewell.
Updated my journal.
I mean, to pretend that we're going in and trying to steal their person. Steal his woman. There we go. Sentence just did not come out correctly for a while. It seemed like a better option than encouraging her to cheat on him genuinely or pretend to be cheating on him. It's like somebody, a rival coming in seems less distressing. Okay, so I can't bring up the armoire to them. How about to fall from grace?
How may I help you?
I don't know.
Done.
Okay, let's talk to Anna
Aye. What is it
about
you
what
want?
happened. I don't remember if I've actually talked about this before. Anna, didn't I meet you in the hive before I found Pharod? She nods a little warily. Aye, you did. I haven't forgot you. When I asked about Pharod, you told me he was south and west of the mortuary, but when he wasn't. Aye, I did. And you'd have done the same if some scarred wreck came to and asked you where he could find your da. She shrugs. You found him anyway, so I don't want to hear you carrying on about it, I don't. South and west, because she sent me to the valley of the alley of dangerous angles. What were you doing by the mortuary? It's my territory. I was looking for deados, I was. She looks you up and down, then smirks. Found a walking one, I did. This might be new too? I felt like these were dialogues I'd already picked before, but the dialogue does seem new. I had a question about how you found my body. I? What? Well, what were you doing looking for bodies in the pregnant alley? I mean, you would have had to creep your way through the tenement, then past the Dabas to get there, and the place isn't even heavily trafficked as the rest of the hive, so why would you even look for bodies there? Anna shrugs. Rest of the hive is picked clean, it is. Got to find new spots to poach dead as you do. As Anna speaks, you feel a crawling sensation in the back of your skull, and you realize that she's lying to you. Are you sure, Anna? There must be something in your tone, because it stops Anna's tale dead for a moment. I mean, her explanation seemed so weak that I was about to suggest that she was lying anyway, because her excuse just doesn't actually make sense. Like, that level of desperation. It sounds like she was otherwise motivated to be there, or tipped off, or on some other ways told to do that. There must be something in your tone, because it stops Anna's tale dead for a moment. Then it resumes, a little slower than before. I think. She frowns, and she seems a little uncertain. I don't usually go there to scarp deados, I don't. To think of it. I've never even been there before. I just kind of came across it. So why did you go there? I dunno. I didn't. It's hard. I just watched Caliber, where characters say stuff like this, and I'm right back to, is it Dinny? I immediately re-forget how to pronounce this fucking word. it's I don't know, but you know. This. I just did. And lucky for you, I did. Or you'd still be there. I wouldn't though, because I just get back up. Like, we've verified in recent events in particular that I don't need to be, apparently whenever I wake up back at the mortuary, it's because I died in a place where somebody would find me and take me back. But, have Have I died since I got party members that weren't a skull? I don't know if I have. All my deaths were in places where the collectors would get me, and all I had was a skull, and he seemed fine with me just going back to the mortuary over and over again. But these people might be like, eh, go away. He's gonna get back up. He's napping. Granted, they might die too, and I don't even know if they come back if they die. We've had some instances of them dying, and I was concerned about whether or not they'd wake up at the mortuary with me, or if I could bring them back, or what. Because nobody else is supposed to be able to come back from the dead. But more recently, I've been dying in cutscenes and then just getting right back up in the moment. I did it twice in the sensate place. The same crawling sensation as before worms up the back of your skull, and with it comes another realization. Anna's lying, but oddly enough, she doesn't know she's lying. Anna, were you compelled to go there? Is that how you found me?
Updated my journal.
She nods, slowly. I? Mayhap? She gives a half-hearted shrug. It wasn't one of my usual haunts, but I couldn't help myself. I just wanted to see what was there that day. And there you were, dead as a timber. She pauses. You were like a lodestone, you were. I don't know what led me to find you. Curious. This might be new too. I thought I asked him about Pharod before, but this seems new too? I'm not entirely sure. It's hard to be certain if I'm just forgetting stuff. I doubt that the other thing was definitely new because it gave me experience. Tell me a little bit about Pharod. Old Stuttercrutch, he's my da. Well, not my real da. He found me when I was a wee girl. Anna shrugs. He needed a collector to crawl into places the rest of us fat gullies couldn't squirm. And so he took me under his crutch. That does not seem new, but other stuff down here might be new. Can you tell me anything else about him? Been at the village longer than I. Came there a stone's age ago. Maybe even found the place. Some of the villagers say. Anna frowns. Pharod's a shrewd one, he is. Has a way of squeezing more out of copper than most. And he never was at a lack for jink. Was he searching for that bronze sphere all that time? I suppose. Anna shrugs again. I don't know why he was all afire to get it, I don't. I could smell it as soon as you brought it to him. She wrinkles her nose. Foul custard smell it had. Still, it must have been something right valuable for him to carry on about it like he did. Almost a half score of collectors got penned to the dead book trying to fetch it. I think he was searching for it because he thought it would save his life. What do you mean? Pharod didn't lead a good life, I gather. He was once a governor in one of the upper wards. He apparently used his position to lie, cheat, and hurt others in the process. So much so that he was destined to go to the hells when he died. He thought the bronze sphere would save him somehow. So much so he threw away his title, his wealth, and his position to try and find it.
Updated my journal.
Really? She goes silent for a moment, then shakes her head. No accounting for Pharod's foolishness, there isn't. A trinket wouldn't save you from fate's hand. If the stains on your soul are black enough, no amount of washing will get 'em out. She pauses. Still, if he thought it could save him, maybe it was important somehow. Or at least worth a bit of jink.
I've learned some new tricks.
Hey, she leveled. So that was new dialogue. I passed over that people are probably losing their minds a little bit, but I passed over it multiple times because I swore it wasn't new. Being able to open doors seems really important, but I've also like never used it. I don't know. I'm sure there's been a couple of instances where I could have used it. But I don't spend a ton of time. I don't know. Like, in something akin to like a Bethesda game, being a thief seems really powerful because you just encounter so many locked doors and locked drawers and locked boxes and computers to hack and so on, that it just feels very frequently commonly helpful. But I have not really found that much desire to use stealth or most other things. I think one issue is that there's not just, I guess there's not that much like busy work type stuff everywhere for me to just open for the sake of it.
I'm gone.
Although over here, no, not over here, by the siege engine, that's a different map. I think there's a locked box I could try to open. It's probably an alternate solution to some storylines, like this guy wanting to lose his memory. You could probably just kill him, or if not kill him, maybe you could just steal the keys from him with your rogue character, if they're strong enough at it. And that is an alternate solution, potentially, that would be valid. But it's kind of just more tempting to just, you know, do the story. I don't know if you get a larger experience reward necessarily for doing the story. It might just give you the same amount for completing the quest no matter what. But it often feels more rewarding, or at least more narratively complete, because you're like, well, what's the memory loss thing, or how do I accomplish that thing? And then you want to kind of investigate and find out how to do that part. Wait, this isn't the right guy. It's just tempting to pursue that element of the story a bit more. But if I do hit a point where I can't find anything, I could always just try stealing it. See if I get away with that. Once more I extend thee my greetings. There is something thou wished of me. I need to speak with you about Juliet. Oh? He gives you a puzzled, slightly suspicious look. I demand her love, and I demand that you withdraw your false protestations of love before I mash you into tiny bits. Thou love her so that thou wouldst fight me. Yes. He studies you a moment. Thou art passionate about this matter, I see. Passion stems from love. Thou love her, and I could not deny her a love such as thine. I shall from this moment onward hold no claim on her. Thou may do as you wish. All right then. Farewell. And farewell to thee as well, sir. Now I've some things to attend to. Should we meet again, we might speak more of the matter. Montague bows and turns to go. Whoops. He blew over like a deck of cards. House of cards. There we go. That's the correcto termo.
I'm gone.
I don't think this is what she wanted. Well, anything yet? Yes. In fact, he was heartbroken and has decided to leave you to me.
Updated my journal.
Is he not going to fight for me then? No, he won't. Juliet looks shocked, and seconds later begins to whimper and cry pitifully. You're like, I had some questions, Juliet. Like, try to push it in anyway. It's a shame it turned out this way. I'll come back another time, Juliet. Farewell. Well. Juliet looks the worst you've ever seen her. Her face is haggard and pale, with black rings beneath her bloodshot eyes. She offers you a faltering smile as if trying to present a pleasant front. I've got some questions, Juliet. Juliet rolls her eyes. Oh, go on, if thou must. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be?
Updated my journal.
She shakes her head sadly. Such a pity, too. Poor woman. I will admit I have crept into her chambers at times to apply a drop or two of her perfumes, but for one to be so bold as to make off with Vivian's own personal scent. Unbearably rude. In any case, ask young Nanny about it. She's always flitting about, watching everyone. This ended horribly.
I'm gone.
I probably should have said it was a ruse at the time. But it was just funnier to be like, alright then. And at this point she knows that he didn't fight her for her. Maybe convince him to change his mind and step up. The headless. Show me. Where is he? He was red, right? I keep shift tabbing constantly. Damn you, Steam. I'm using tab to look at names and shift to run. Does this game have an always run button? Quick loot. Oh shit. Who wants to not always run? No one, I dare say. I think he's just gone. Has he left out of shame? What if his head is potentially the same thing as a... Yeah, that is not how the talk to corpses thing works.
I'm gone. I'm gone.
Well, she wanted to go through hardship in her relationship, and now her relationship is over, so there's some hardship. What are these things? I've been eyeing them. What the fuck? They're like mechanical. From up here, I kind of thought they were like bug men, but they seem to be little TVs with mechanical parts.
It's a burning crackle house.
Modron. This strange cubic creature seems to be as much machine as it is organic. As you approach the thing, it silently stares at you with wide, unblinking eyes. Its face hasn't the slightest trace of emotion on it. Greetings. Its voice has a metallic, reverberating quality to it, as if it were more a sound played out on some warped musical instrument than true speech. Your greetings is returned. There's a soft click as the creature blinks. An awkward silence hangs in the air between the two of you. I had some questions. Identify yourself to us. I'm Adon. The creature tilts slightly forward, then back, on its metallic legs. Whether the movement is meant to indicate a bow or a nod, you are unsure. We would identify ourselves as modrons, quadrone type, winged variant. To the subject, Adon. The subject is free to ask a question. What are you doing here? Our purpose here is observation. What are you observing? We are observing one of the establishment staff. Who are you observing? As previously stated, we are observing one of the establishment staff. Yes, but who exactly are you observing? The object of our scrutiny is named Delora. Why are you watching her? We have not been informed as to the specific purpose or purposes which resulted in our being given our present task. The command of our superior pentadrone is sufficient reason to perform said task. As such, the purpose or purposes are irrelevant to us. What can you tell me about this place? A building located in this section of Sigil, commonly known as the Clerk's Ward. We cannot give exact coordinates on the surface of Sigil, as the surface of Sigil changes at intervals we have not determined of the present. The building itself is known as the Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lusts. It serves as what may be broadly defined as a language school. The students of the school are primarily females who intend to, at some point we have not determined, and which varies from student to student, become a factotum of the Society of Sensation. Society of Sensation. We will provide a brief summary as to the Society of Sensation as defined as a faction whose core belief is that with experience comes true understanding of the multiverse and its secrets. I am trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? We do not. If you are not currently in possession of, in the process of doing so, we would suggest the methodical approach and questioning of each of the inhabitants in this building. That is what I'm working on. Well, they sure exist. Delora, do you know about this? Are they being they ordered to observe by the guy that he's the heart? Nanny Nine Eyes. This petite, attractive young woman is smiling blissfully and humming to herself. Her wide, pale blue eyes seem to constantly drink in her surroundings as she looks about. Greetings. The smiling young woman curtsies gratefully and looks up at you, smiling. Well met, good sir. I'm Nanny. And how are you this fine... She suddenly notices your scars and places a gloved hand over her mouth. Oh my! You're hurt! She blinks. All over! They're all old scars. I'm fine. She nods quietly, lowering her hand. I had some questions. Huh? She can't seem to tear her eyes from your scars. Oh! How shameful of me. Don't mind my rude staring. I am Nanny. She makes a little curtsy. And it is my great pleasure to welcome you to our brothel for the slating of intellectual lusts. She returns to staring at your body. You have tattoos under those scars too. What's that one? She points to one of your tattoos. That one's... looks fascinating. Look at the way the lines of ink. I think that's ink. She squints at the tattoo, then reaches out to touch it. Allow her to touch you. I think that's ink. She traces a finger along the edge of the tattoo. Is it ink? And what a pattern. Look at the way the lines intersect here. She touches the center of the tattoo. That's simply amazing. She purses her lips and frowns in disappointment. I could make it out better if there weren't so many scars. There's nothing to be done about the scars. They're permanent. Oh, I'm sorry. I'm sorry. Pox on me for even mentioning them. She cringes. But I have to know. Are you absolutely sure you're all right? I'm looking at you, and I can't help but believe that you're not in some pain. I have amnesia, but that is all. Amnesia? Nanny blinks, then brightens. Loss of memory! You are so lucky, she chimes perkily. Everything must be so new to you. There is truth in that, but the newness is unwelcome. She blinks. That sounds so sad. Yes, it is, but I have some questions. Please ask, she smiles giddily. What are you doing here? I'm talking to you, silly. She giggles and pokes you in the belly, just like I talk to all the patrons here. All the prostitutes do. That's what the brothel's about. learning new ways to talk and share experiences and understand other people. I had another question, Nanny. Can you tell me about this place? Sure I can. The Brothel of Slating Intellectual Lust is a school that was started by Mistress Fall from Grace. The prostitutes here, like me, are taught the ins and outs of talking to people, all to help us learn more about ourselves and others. I love it here. It's a non-stop wave of experiences, crashing into me, filling my head with fresh new ideas. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? Nanny frowns deeply. What? Oh, I just can't. I can't say anything bad about anyone. I'm just no good at it. It's not bad to point out a thief, Nanny. Oh, but I don't know that if she's a thief. Nanny bites her lip and looks at you with pleading eyes, as if she just wishes you'd leave the topic alone. Look, why don't you try and say something not nice about her? Oh, all right. Nanny puts her hands on her hips and frowns deeply, almost exaggeratedly. You resist the temptation to laugh. Ooh, I dislike her very, very much. She pauses for a moment, then she looks at you out of the corner of her eye as if gauging your reaction. Was that convincing? No, not really. Nanny frowns. I knew I wouldn't be any good at this. She looks up at you, depressed. Do you know how hard it is to say bad things about someone? It feels so wrong. Why don't you practice on me, Nanny? I suppose I could try. She looks dubious. You big, mean, nasty brute. She puts her hands on her hips. Meanie. She looks at you. How was that? Put more accent on brute. You big, mean, nasty brute. Better. Now hit me. Then he clamps her hands over her mouth, looking shocked. Oh, I couldn't. I mustn't. She blinks. How does one hit somebody anyway? Go ahead. Do it lightly if you have to. Remember, I'm a big, mean, nasty brute. I deserve it. And then he slaps you. You barely feel it. She still looks shocked and frightened she hurt you. Oh, I'm sorry. Did that hurt? Tell me you're okay. Don't break character, Nanny. Come on, show me what you've got. You can say something bad, just let it all out. Oh. She draws her tiny frame to its full height, balls her hands into fists, puts them on her hips and scrunches her face like a cute scowl. Oh, damned be you. You deserve that for all the indignities you put me through. Going out late at night. Her eyes roam up and down your body, getting into fights and getting all scarred up. What are the kids going to think, Excellent. Oh, don't you excellent me, like I'm some back licker looking for your approval. I am my own woman, and this woman is about to walk out of your life unless you get some solid commitment. Calm down. Time to let go of the anger. Nanny sighs tiredly. Phew, that was easier than I thought. No kidding. And I'm sure I'll do better next time. I'm so excited to have learned something new. Thank you. Sure. I have a question now. Vivian sent. Maybe I saw that mean Miss Marissa sneaking out of Vivian's room one night. Now, I'm not saying she took it, but I know Marissa's not a very nice person, and that sure sounds suspicious, huh? I'd go ask her about it. Nanny nods at you. Thank you, Nanny. Farewell. I guess that's her quest taken care of. Don't have to worry about any follow-up there. We just had a big encounter of, like, we're gonna teach her to be a meanie. Like the Yakuza quest, How to Train Your Dominatrix. This striking young woman has skin the color of burnished copper, a translucent white dress held precariously by golden clasps. It is draped carefully over her shapely form. Greetings. The woman nods and smiles briefly. The scent of her hair, sweetly perfumed, fills your nostrils. I had some questions. She nods. Who are you? She smiles and curtsies, but offers no response. Can you speak? She shakes her head and smiles sadly at you. Can you write then, or pantomime?
My journal.
She pouts, shaking her head. May I ask why you can't communicate? She sighs softly and nods. Actually, let me ask you about something else. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? She shakes her head, shrugging, giving you an apologetic look. Well, being a character that doesn't speak at all sounds difficult in the brothel of speaking to people. I guess she really does have to learn new ways of communication at that point.
Aye?
Thieving skills.
Done.
Right.
Money and earring.
Got it.
It's a hanky.
Got it.
Done.
What the hell? The brothel cellar hidden behind a weird false door.
All right.
It's a place to keep in mind. I want to finish my circle. Oh, there's Marissa. Squinting at the figure behind the partition, you can barely make out a shapely female form in the darkness. She turns to you, and you can see nothing of her face. Greetings! The figure answers in a voice that is slow and deadly, like a steel dagger drawn across stone. Yes. Come to speak with Marissa, have you? Quite rude of you to enter a darkened room, storming behind my partition like so. Rude and foolhardy. You can hear a faint whispering sound like a slight breeze, or the hissing of a serpent's. My apologies, I wasn't sure if someone was here. The woman gives you a slight humph. But it would seem there is someone in this room, wouldn't it? Shall you be on your way, then? Not just yet. I had some questions. Ask. Why do you remain behind this screen? Is it your wish that I step away from this partition into some patch of light and speak to you face to face? Marissa laughs, and there is a sound of scales sliding on scales. Nay, I think not. The darkness suits me, and doubtless suits you as well. Why is it so dark in here? To prevent any unwanted and embarrassing casualties. Now, what is it you want? What can you tell me about the silent prostitute?
My journal.
Yes, Echo. I knew another Echo once, though her name was written differently. I know nothing of this girl, though. Ask Delora of her. She made friends with an old lover of Echo's, I have heard. I'm trying to find Vivian's scent. Do you know where it might be? No, I've not a clue. I was told you were seen sneaking away from Vivian's chambers recently. Is that connected with her missing scent somehow?
Dated my journal.
Marissa says nothing, though an angry hissing issues from the darkness around her. Yes, I have been known to creep into Vivian's chamber for some of her perfumes, though I doubt you'll meet another here who hasn't. If you're implying that I've got her personal scent, well, feel free to sniff around. You'll not find it on me or in any of my chambers, I assure you. Perhaps whoever took my crimson veil took Vivian's scent as well. Your veil has been stolen.
Dated my journal.
My veil, my crimson veil. Have you seen it perchance? No. What's it for? Is it just a normal veil? Marissa sighs quietly. Not quite. It aids me in communication. Face-to-face communication, that is. She's in the dark just because she's hiding her face. Why do you need to hide your face? Enough with these asinine questions. How tiresomely annoying you are. Now what do you want? Let's see. Earring.
And who I shall serve. Done. All right.
So now there's 2 missing items. Maybe. Although, given her whole context, there's definitely context for the missing items, so it seems like it's probably true. More to look into.